Savini's remake of Night of the Living Dead, The Crow, Kern from Star Trek The Next Generation, William Bloodworth in Final Destination, Reverend Zombie in Hatchet, Captain Darrow in The Rock. He's not Willy Wonka, but he's everybody's favorite Candyman, Mr. Tony Todd.
Thank you guys for being here. A funny thing happened on the way to the Q&A. I didn't even know I was doing a Q&A. And I've been on my feet for the last 2 days, and I was trying to close up the shop and say, just get it done, but when they told me the room was packed, I just wanted to come here and thank you for thanking me and all that. And I hope everybody's had a fantastic Monster Mania.
Yes, sir.
Yeah!
All right, first victim who has a question for Tony. Don't be shit. All right.
Is he calling you victims today? That's what's going on? All right, I gotta put this on my Twitter page. So forgive me for indulging my social media. There we go.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir.
So I was wondering, in the scene where in Candyman where you have all the bees coming out of your mouth,
Yeah.
is there any part where the bees stung you?
Every day. Now, we had this great bee wrangler named Norman Gary, who was so precocious. I mean, I love it when I meet specialists who do one thing and only one thing only, like make cotton candy or taffy, you know, they're specialists. And this guy, he assured me that nothing would go wrong, that it was going to be wonderful, and to the point where, like, the bees stayed in a special double banger trailer, and he brought me in there and he started introducing me to them. Right? There's Peter, oh, there's little Buzzy, and on and on and on. So by the time we were ready to shoot, I was so zoned out and so good. I'm a Zen kind of person, so like I know how to just, you know, be there and only be there as much as I need to be there. So it was wonderful. In the course of the 3 films, we got 26 stings, various parts of the anatomy, and I had a great lawyer at the time, though, so we got a nice bump for each sting, so it ended up being a little additional pain.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll never forget those little creatures. Never. You guys are giving me energy. Thank you for that, because I was winding down by the end of this, and the excitement in this building.
Hi,
Hello.
so the answer to this question is left kind of open. So would you mind explaining your role in the Final Destinations?
Yeah, and that answer is still open. They are going to make a 6th one, okay? It was supposed to be done this year, but they're tinkering with concepts and how to do it. But yes, in the final, well, maybe not the final, but in the next Final Destination, you may learn a little bit more about who I am, where I came from, what I really want, and all those things that actors ask themselves when they read the script. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's a fun character, and it's good. I always get a new group of kids, you know, and they don't listen to me. Almost like my own children. And I got 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl. My daughter graduated, Wesleyan and then Columbia grad school, and I'm really, really proud of her. And you know, I told her about this event because she's in New York and grad school, right? And she goes, "How do I get to Cherry Hill?" And I tried to lay it out for her, take the train to Philly, and then but she didn't show up today. But I know she loves me. It's all good.
Hi, Tony, over here.
Where are we?
Right
Yes.
over here.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I've seen
Happy.
you. Good, that's good. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
I've seen you in a lot of movies. What was your favorite role to play?
They're all like children, you know? They're all like different pieces of a person at whatever phase of life that was.
Yeah.
But if you made me choose, it would have to be my very first film because it just started everything, which was Platoon. Oliver
right.
Stone's Platoon. So that. running.
Speaking of Platoon, could you kind of describe what kind of conditions you had to work? It looked like a really tough
Horrible.
finger shoot. Yeah,
They were horrible.
bugs and sweat and the heat.
You don't know the beginning of it, because it was my friend. I mean, I'm also have a master's in theater, and I lived in New York 5 years before Platoon happened, but I was doing a lot of theater, and one day Oliver Stone saw a production of the play I did called Johnny Got His Gun, and that was on a Thursday. Saturday I had a meeting with him, and I got the job on Monday. And the woman who saved my life, and, you know, this week was International Women's Day, so pay attention to the ladies in your life. I called her and I said, guess what, I got this movie. She said, oh, great, baby, wonderful. And then she said, where is it? And I said, the Philippines, and she hung up on me. She didn't want me to go that far away. But I convinced her to do it, and it changed both of our lives. So.
Thank you, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey!
Excuse me.
I know that's something else.
Well, your performance was incredible in Night of the Living Dead remake.
Thank
Do
you.
you all have any stories about what it's like working with Tom Savini?
You know, the reason I got that part, I was in Pittsburgh working on a project with Forrest Whitaker for HBO, and Forrest actually told me, hey man, did you know that they're doing Night of the Living Dead, and you bear a resemblance to Dwayne from the same tribe or something. So I literally, on a Saturday, everything happens on a Saturday. Significant moments in my life happen on Saturdays, specifically at 12:17. And I ran over to the production office, and Tom's coming out the door. And I knew I had to do a daring move, so I literally grabbed him in a gentle way by the lapels, steered him over to his desk. He says, what are you doing? Are you crazy? And then I said, no, I'm your Ben. You don't understand. He says, no, I think I'm going. And then I just did a monologue, straight up in his face, nose to nose, and let him know the desperation of a person that knew what it was like to be in that situation. And he even put part of it in the movie when I'm talking into the fireplace. So Tom's a good friend of mine. Hopefully his next project, Nightmare City, is going to get off the ground, and we'll be reteamed again.
All right.
Yeah, it's awesome. I do a lot of repeat work with directors. Michael Bay, you know, Tom, Bernard Rose, who did Candyman. There's a new version of Frankenstein that's out right now. I'm disappointed that not many people have seen it yet. If you Google it, you'll see that we've gotten over 8 significant reviews. And I play a blind man in Mary Shelley's version. It's updated, a blind blues musician living in the streets of LA. Xavier Samuel plays our monster, he's incredible. Danny Houston is in it, and Carrie Ann Moss. This is a definite for horror fans, trust me. It is intelligent, thought-provoking, sentimental, and will tear your heart apart. So please go see it.
Is that available on Blu-ray?
It's available on Blu-ray as we speak. And when I see you people next, you're going to be coming up to me saying, this Frankenstein. But we're going to stay in the moment, be in the moment, but trust me. And if you don't like it, I will repair your money. I'll pay you money. That's how much I believe in this project. And Bernard and I are going to be reteaming again later this year. He's doing an Edgar Allan Poe, Death at the Rue Morgue, so that's coming up as well.
Hi, how are you?
Where are we?
Over here. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Candyman was amazing. You were wonderful in it. Did you read any specific folklore or any specific author to prepare for the role?
Well, at that time I was doing a lot of impression work, so I used to carry this sketchbook thing around where I would only understand what's in it, but like if I saw a leaf that I thought related to something, I would paste it in there and write lines of certain poetry. I was watching a lot of Phantom of the Opera, and it was probably my strongest influence for it. And just different songs and music and things that when I'm on set, I could just look at a page and it would re-trigger whatever emotions I need to be for that moment. So it was Bernard Rowe, you know, gave me obviously a career influencing role in my life. And you guys won't let me forget Candyman. And I love you for it. Thank you.
You had mentioned Michael Bay earlier. We're coming up on the 20th anniversary of The Rock. Any fun stories coming off of the set?
Yeah, Yeah, you know, that was my first Hollywood blockbuster film, and we spent 4 weeks in San Francisco, specifically on the Alcatraz Island. We were in about 5 days, and we knew that we were doing something pretty good. Everybody was happy. Everybody was getting really well paid. And we look up in the sky, and there's this double banger. I mean, literally, 2 helicopters carrying a double banger, and it's slowly landing, right? And it turned out to be Sean Connery's trailer. So the rest of us, we all had a jail cell for our holding image. So at that moment, I knew, welcome to Hollywood. And then he had a 10-person entourage, so you couldn't really talk to him, but you could, like, you know, pass it down the chain. And that was great. The good thing, the best thing is that Sean brought his own personal caterer, Tony's Catering. If anybody who works in film, if you ever work with Tony, you'll know what I mean. He has 4 different trucks every time you eat lunch. And, you know, all of us Navy SEAL guys had to end up wearing girdles by the end of the thing. I mean, it was incredible. And Michael Bay, my death sequence alone in that, even though it's maybe 32 seconds, took 2.5 weeks to shoot. Because he has every piece of equipment that he wants at his disposal. Much easier being a robot.
Hello, did you have any ghost-like experiences on Alcatraz?
Not on Alcatraz, no, because I knew that I was going to be there for 4 months, so I'm a holistic person, so I just did the right tonics and the right strengthening that I didn't want to get. But I did, we were near the operating area, the operating room area. I could definitely tell there was something there. You know, but nothing that, I didn't allow anything to, you know, bother me. It was more the joy of being on Alcatraz. I just kept thinking of Burt Lancaster, the fact that he tried to get off of it.
Hello, Tony.
Hi.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
I've noticed on Facebook that there's a petition going around trying to create like a Worf Star Trek TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I know you played his brother Kern. Have you been approached about this?
Yeah, Michael talks to me, Michael Dorn. If he can get it through his channels, yes, of course, he would, you know, re-clear my memory and bring it back. But the new Star Trek series has just been announced with Brian Fuller and Nicholas Meyer. Probably has a better chance of seeing me back on. I'm on a very short list for a series right around that. This pilot season has been strange. You know, I normally don't like to commit to television. Not that I don't watch it, but doing a series regular for me is sort of like playing the same thing every day, and I've always resisted it. I'm more of a character actor. But this year I tested for 4 pilots, didn't get any of them. And I said, thank you. No, I'm trying to make my agent happy, you know, they don't like it. You know, it's interesting. It's regular, steady money. But I'm fine, and just yesterday, there's a new show that invited me to join them. It's for the ABC Family Channel, which is now called Freeform, and it's untitled, but I'm in at least 8 episodes. I start on March 22nd. So shoots in Vancouver. It's kind of like a sleepover camp meets X-Files kind of situation, and I'm playing in honor of my dear friend Angus Scrim,
nice,
a tall man.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Todd, you told us about how adamant you were about playing Ben on the Night of the Living Dead. How was the experience in doing that film? And do you have any stories?
Yeah, there's lots of stories. I'm going to write a book at some point. But yeah, I mean, everybody was committed to the people that had the most fun with the zombies. We had people lined up around the corner, around the block, who all wanted to be zombies. There were so many zombies on the set, it was insane. I learned how to handle them pretty quickly, but I had to eat dinner with them every night. We shot in the middle of the night, so I'm looking over, and my son was born during this period, so I'm a new father. I'm thinking about my son. I'm thinking about just holding him, and I'm eating dinner, and I look up, and there's a man with an axe in his head, or a bed spring through his eye socket. And I handled it for 3 weeks.